Take another nice deep breath in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. Just allowing yourself to settle into your body, being present in this moment. We'll take one more nice deep breath in through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. And again, welcoming yourself to your mat this morning, however you're showing up. Whether you're feeling joyful, anxious, whatever you're coming to the mat with, just welcome all of it. Welcome the entire experience. I invite you now to close your eyes and picture yourself in your favorite spot in nature. Whether it's deep in the woods, on the beach, on a mountain, maybe it's in your backyard. Whatever your favorite spot in nature is, I invite you to picture yourself there. We're going to use our 5 senses to really fully experience this favorite spot. So imagine yourself looking around and taking in the sights. What are you seeing? Bring your awareness to what you are experiencing through the sense of sight. And now, as you visualize yourself in this favorite spot in nature, what are you hearing? Maybe you're hearing waves crashing. Maybe you're hearing birds chirping or leaves rustling. And now let's take a deep breath in and imagine what we're smelling in our favorite spot in nature. Maybe it's fresh mountain air. Maybe it's that salty ocean spray smell. And now take a moment to experience what would you feel if you were in this favorite spot. Maybe the sunshine beaming down on you or the wind blowing your hair back. Maybe grass tickling your ankles or warm sand under your toes. And then go ahead and imagine, is there a taste that you associate with this favorite spot? And as you feel fully grounded in this favorite spot of yours in nature, I invite you to visualize yourself taking a seat if you haven't already. Imagine that you're closing your eyes as you're surrounded by the beauty of nature. And we're going to take in a deep breath. As we do, we'll take it in through the nose. And as we do, I invite you to envision yourself being filled with light and fresh air from the crown of your head to your shoulders. So inhaling deeply through the nose and filling yourself with light and fresh air. And then releasing the breath. Now we'll do that again, and as we breathe in deeply through the nose, imagine yourself being filled with light, like sunlight is streaming into you, and fresh air from the shoulders down to the navel. So inhaling deeply through the nose, light and fresh air, and releasing the breath. And now one more time, as we inhale deeply through the nose, now we envision our body from our navel down to all the points of contact where your seat is meeting the ground, perhaps your feet, the whole lower part of your body is filled with light and fresh air. And then releasing the breath. And now just sit for a moment and sense this feeling of being filled with light, being filled with sunlight and fresh air. Now I invite you to imagine that as you're sitting here in nature, you gently open your eyes and standing in front of you is someone who is dear to you. They are so happy to see you and they welcome you so warmly. Allow yourself to imagine what that looks like. Maybe you're hugging, you're both smiling. And imagine, allow your body to experience what sensations in the body does that bring. And then allow your heart to be filled with that welcome. What do you experience from that warm welcome from someone who's very dear to you, who's so happy to see you? So all of those sensations, I invite you to bring to your mat as you're welcoming yourself to your practice. Welcome yourself as someone who is so happy to see you. I invite you to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and for a moment, closing the eyes, just sitting with the breath and with the sensation of welcome. I invite you now to listen to the whisperings of your heart and set your intention for your practice this morning. What is it that you wish to cultivate or release? Once your intention is set, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and allow that breath to circulate your intention through every beautiful light-filled cell of your body before you gently release it. I invite you to place your hands. You could bring them palms up on your knees if you feel like you are in a receiving kind of mood, or if you'd like to place them palms down if you feel like you need a little more grounding. So just kind of sense what your own body needs. And then we're going to inhale and lengthen up through the spine, crown towards ceiling. We're going to bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. And if you'd like, you can place your right hand just above the right ear, and without exerting any pressure, just allow the hand to rest on the side of the head and just kind of naturally deepen that stretch. Continuing to breathe. And now I invite you to imagine or shift, bring your left shoulder, lower that left shoulder. There's the word I was looking for. Lower that left shoulder just as gently but as deeply as you can. And just notice how that changes the stretch along the left side of the neck and the shoulder. We'll take a nice deep breath in. You can take your hand and gently return your head to center. The right hand back down. And just take a pause now. Maybe close the eyes and just observe the left side of the neck, the left shoulder. Now inhale, lengthen through the crown, crown towards ceiling, and now drop that left ear toward the left shoulder. Again, if you'd like, you can bring the left hand and just rest it on the head. Just allow without exerting pressure, just the natural weight of the hand to deepen that. And now drop that right shoulder down as far as you can take it. And again, just observe how that kind of enhances the stretch, the feeling along the shoulder and the neck. Nice deep breath in, and you can return your head to center. Again, closing the eyes, taking a pause, and just observing. How are the shoulders feeling? How is the neck feeling? And now inhale, lengthen through the crown, and we're going to bring our chin forward just a tiny bit, and then gently drop it down toward our chest. And if you'd like, you can take your hands, lace your fingers together, place them on the back of your head. And again, without exerting pressure, just allow the natural weight of the hands to kind of deepen that stretch. You feel a little bit deeper into the shoulders. And imagine that you're bringing your chest up toward your chin. Nice deep breath in. Then we return the head to neutral. Close the eyes. Pause and observe for just a moment. Flutter your eyes open and let's show a little more love to our shoulders. A lot of us are spending time kind of hunched over our computers right now. So let's take a nice inhale. As we exhale, we'll bring the shoulders up, forward. Inhaling as they come down and back. Just very slow shoulder circles, pairing movement with breath. So we'll do 2 more just like that, nice and slow. Inhaling as they come around from the back. Exhaling as they come down in the front. And 1 more nice slow rotation. And then when you get to the top, we'll take a pause. And now we'll inhale and bring them back and down. Exhale as they come forward. Inhaling, shoulders back and down. Exhaling as they come forward. 2 more just like that. Moving with your breath. Really working your way into your shoulders. And then we can take a pause here. I invite you to take a nice deep breath in, and as you do, bring your arms out wide. Now we're going to actually, before we do anything else, you may want to grab a block or a pillow or 2, something to stack in front of you. So go ahead and take a moment to set something up. We're going to come into eagle arms, and we're going to be landing our eagle arms. So you may wish to put something in front of you. Then when you're ready, we'll take a nice deep breath in. Bringing the arms out wide. And then as we exhale, we'll cross that right arm over the left arm. And then see if we can bring the palms together or come as close as we can to bringing the palms of the hands together. And then we want to lengthen through the crown so we have a nice straight spine. And eagles soar. We want to bring those elbows up. And just breathe into this eagle arms pose. And just feel that stretch along the shoulders again. Maybe closing the eyes. Imagining that you're soaring in the sky like an eagle. Now taking in another nice deep inhale. Make sure we're lengthened through the crown and then folding forward from the hips and landing our eagle wherever it comes. Some of us are on the floor, some of us are on a block or some support in front of us. And just breathing into our landed eagle, our little fold here. Take a nice deep inhale here. As we exhale, we can come back up, release the arms, shake them out a little bit. And now we'll inhale, bring them out wide, bring the arms out wide again. And now we're crossing the left arm over the right arm, opposite arm on top, bringing the palms of the hands together, making sure the spine is nice and straight, lengthening through the crown, and then making sure the elbows are raised. And breathing as we soar like eagles freely in the sky. Feeling that stretch along the shoulders. And then again, inhaling, making sure we're lengthening through the crown. And as we exhale, we fold forward from the hips. And we land our eagle. And we pause here. Nice, full, deep breaths. We don't really have to control the breath in yin. We just want to remember that we're breathing nice and deeply, fully. Take a nice inhale here. As we exhale, we can come back up. Release the arms, shake them out a little bit. Place that block off to the side if you've gotten one or whatever support you had. Continuing with our bird theme here, we're going to come into seagull arms. So again, we're going to inhale, we're going to bring the arms out wide, but we're going to turn the hands so that they're facing the back of the room. And we're going to tuck the hands into the armpits, making sure the fingers are now facing the back of the room, the fingertips. And then just kind of scoot your hands back a little bit and allow the elbows to drop. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the wrists here. So I invite you to perhaps close the eyes. Maybe envision yourself as a seagull at the ocean. So remember, in Yin Yoga, I will guide you into shapes. You will find your edge. The edge is before pain. You do not want to be experiencing pain in Yin Yoga. There may be some discomfort, but if there's pain, we back off a little bit. Also, if you feel tingling, that's a message from your nerves that also tells you to back off a little bit. And then we hold in stillness. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath in. We can release our seagull wings, maybe roll out the wrists, make sure you move in both directions, a little snap, crackle, pop. Wiggle out the fingers. And now we're going to come down slowly onto our back. So if you would like a gentle entry onto your back, you may come onto your side first and then roll onto your back. So whichever way you would like to come down, I invite you to come down onto your back and just take a pause here. We'll take a rebound pose. And the purpose here is to observe as the witness. So to really drop down into the body and to fully experience whatever is arising, whether it's physical, emotional, energetic. Just allow yourself to really be present with it and to welcome it all. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Take another nice deep breath in. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. Wrap our arms around them, give ourselves a hug. A gentle rock side to side, massaging that sacrum. And then you may gently roll to whichever side is more accessible for you. You may rest there for a moment. Rest your head on your bicep. Then we'll take a nice deep inhale. We'll plant our top arm, the hand of our top arm firmly on the ground. And as we exhale, we'll support ourselves up. And you're probably going to want perhaps a blanket and a couple beach towels or a pillow. You're going to come into a deer pose. So we'll begin by coming into zigzag legs. You can bring your right leg out in front of you. It should be relatively parallel to the top of your mat. And then this left leg, the knee kind of comes right up to the heel of the right foot. And this is relatively parallel to the side of your mat. You want to make sure your sits bones, both your sits bones are on your mat. So you may want to place a blanket in order to help with that. then we will lengthen through the crown. And we're going to turn our body away from this left leg. So we're going to turn the torso to the right and then gently bring yourself down so that we're folding over that right knee. You can stack your fists one on top of each other and rest your head on your fists. Or if you would like to put blankets or pillows here, and you can support yourself with blankets or pillows, we're going to hold deer for 3 minutes. We are halfway through our deer. If you feel your body opening up into the shape and you would like to make a micro adjustment to take it a little further, a little deeper, I invite you to do that. Nice deep breath in through the nose, side out through the mouth. We're going to take our hands and support ourselves up. We move very, very slowly in yin. So we'll support ourselves up, and then you can swing that left leg out in front of you, swing the right leg out. If you have a blanket, you can remove it. And then again, you can slowly and gently bring yourself down, whether you would like to come from here or you could turn to your side, and then just come resting onto your back or the rebound. Take a moment to pause and observe the body, observe the physical sensations, welcome them all, and then any energetic or emotional sensations as well. You may be feeling this in the hip and the spine. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, side out through the mouth. Again, another nice deep breath in Bringing the knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around them, giving them a hug, and then taking any moment, this moment for any movement that's calling to you. So whether you're rocking back and forth, maybe you'd like to take some nice hip circles, moving slowly and intentionally, and then making sure that we pause and reverse. We're going in both directions. Or perhaps planting the soles of the feet on the mat toward the outer edges, and just windshield wipering the knees back and forth. So take this moment for whatever your body is asking for. And then when you're ready, hug those knees back in. Do take that gentle rock back and forth. Coming to roll to whichever side is more accessible. Resting there for a moment, head on bicep. Taking a nice deep breath in, supporting yourself up. And we're coming into deer on the opposite side now. I'm actually going to turn, keep an eye on the clock for you. So we'll bring the left leg relatively parallel to the front of the mat, right leg relatively parallel to the side of the mat. If your foot ends up on the floor and you'd like to place a blanket beneath the foot, you may do that. And then again, if you would like to place a blanket beneath the hip, support so that you can get both sits bones supporting you, elongating through the crown towards ceiling, inhaling, turning the torso to face away from the bent right leg, and then bringing yourself down to fold over that left knee, again, stacking fists if you'd like, and really just feeling the stretch in the hip and the spine here. So find your edge, come into stillness, and experience the pose. Be fully present in the body. And again, we will hold for 3 minutes here. We're halfway through our hold in deer pose. If you feel like you want to make any micro adjustments before coming back to stillness, I invite you to do so. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Place the hands firmly on the ground. Slowly and gently support yourself up. Swing that right leg around in front. Extend that left leg as well. And again, come down to Shavasana for the rebound pose. And allow yourself to fully experience the body after the shape. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Tug our knees into the chest as we exhale. And again, taking any movement here. So perhaps those windshield wipers might feel really nice now, putting the soles of the feet onto the mat, about mat width distance apart. And then slowly and gently lowering the knees to one side, releasing those hips. And then to the other. Or again, if hip circles are calling to you, just make sure you move in both directions. Just take a moment for whatever kind of slow, gentle movement your body is asking for. And then when you're ready, we'll hug the knees back in. Give yourself a nice big hug, like a warm welcome hug. And then rock gently side to side, coming to rest on your side for a moment. Taking a nice deep breath in, supporting yourself up with your hands as you exhale. We're going to come into butterfly. So you may want to grab a blanket to place beneath the hips just to elevate them a little, or a pillow beneath the hips if you'd like. We'll come to sit upon that. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together. I'm just going to shift this one out of the way for you. The soles of the feet together. And we want to make sure that you might want to slide them away from yourself, from your torso, so that you have a nice diamond shape. We don't want them too close in. So slide the soles of the feet. The soles of the feet are together. We slide them away from the body. And then if you would like, you may want a pillow or two to place on your lap. So if you need to take a pause and grab either beach blankets, maybe two stacked on top of each other, or a pillow. You just place those crosswise across your lap. And then we'll inhale, lengthen through the crown, nice straight spine. As we elongate the spine to create space. But then as we fold forward, we're rounding the spine. So we're folding forward with the intention of bringing the forehead toward the toes, but wherever the forehead comes is absolutely perfect. So again, if you'd like that support, inhale, lengthen, round the back, fold forward into a beautiful butterfly shape. You should feel this in the hips and the spine. Those are our target areas. So find your way into your butterfly shape. You will hold butterfly for 3 minutes. And allow yourself perhaps to just picture a beautiful, colorful butterfly flitting about in the air, and allowing yourself to be filled with gratitude for the simple beauty of that butterfly. We're about halfway through our butterfly. If you feel yourself opening into it, you'd like to make a micro adjustment, I invite you to do that. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. We're going again to move very, very slowly, just kind of walking the hands back up toward the torso, bringing the spine back into alignment, lifting the head, and we'll take the hands and slowly guide the knees back together. And then we're going to, if you have a blanket beneath you, you can remove that and just kind of swing the legs around. We're going to come into rebound on our bellies. So bring yourself down on your belly, coming down slowly and gently. You can stack one hand on top of the other and then rest the forehead on top of the palms. So again, just taking the rebound, experiencing the effects of the pose, the effects of the shape on the body, and just being fully present with whatever is arising for you. A nice deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. We'll gently lift the forehead. We're going to come into Sphinx, which is a nice gentle back bend. So we'll prop ourselves up on our elbows and then make sure that the elbows are just a little bit in front of the shoulders. If this feels a little too deep of a back bend, you can simply move your elbows forward a little bit, which will make it more of a gentle back bend. So find your shape. Again, elbows are in front of the shoulders. Hands are palm down on the ground, really rooted on the ground. You can feel the support of the ground beneath your hands. You can separate those fingers, spread those fingers out. And then the legs can be either tightly together, or if you want to separate them, just kind of play with where you feel the most benefit of the shape for your body today. And then we will hold Sphinx for 2 minutes here. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. We're going to slowly lower ourselves down. Again, you can stack those hands and bring the forehead to the backs of the hands, but we're going to bring that right leg out into a fallen tree. So we'll bend the right knee and bring that out, and then bring the sole of the right foot up against the left leg. And then just take this rebound in fallen tree. And again, be fully present with whatever this practice is bringing to you and welcome it all without any judgment. Just being with it right here, right now. Nice deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, we're going to extend that right leg out again. And then we're going to again bring ourselves up into Sphinx. Again, make sure the elbows are a little bit in front of the shoulders or further in front of the shoulders, wherever your body is asking for today. Hands are firmly planted on the ground, so you can really ground yourself, your hands into the mat. Fingers are spread, and then just bring your awareness inside. And we will hold here for 2 minutes. Shining your heart forward. A nice deep breath in. Sigh it out. Again, slowly and gently lowering ourselves down, stacking our hands, forehead to the backs of the hands, and bringing that left leg out now. So bending at the left knee, bringing that left knee out, and the left sole comes to rest against the side of the right leg. So we take our rebound here in fallen tree. And just drop down deeply into the body, feeling all the sensations, welcoming them all.
Nice deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, we can extend that left leg out. We're going to bring the hands beneath the shoulders, support ourselves up. We're going to come into a child's pose. So if you would like to grab a blanket, if you would like a blanket either beneath the knees or the backs of the feet, or you could take a towel and roll it up to place on the backs of the calves. So go ahead and set yourself up for your child's pose. This could go here if you would like. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our knees wide on the mat, toes together, shifting the hips back over the heels, bringing the arms down in front of us, forehead to the mat. And we will hold here for 1 minute. Set our timer here. A nice deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, we're going to gently just lift the forehead slightly and walk our hands over to the right. Feel a nice twist along the left side of the body. Find your edge, and then gently lower your forehead back down to the mat. And we will hold for 1 minute to the right. Nice deep breath in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth, lifting the forehead, walking the hands back towards center, and then over to the left, feeling that stretch along the right side of the body, finding your edge in this shape, bringing your forehead back down to the mat, and holding for a minute to the left. Nice deep inhale through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Gently lift the forehead. We're going to walk our hands back to center, and then you can gently bring yourself up, support yourself up, and we're going to come into Shavasana. So I invite you to grab whatever will make your Shavasana, your final resting pose of this practice, as comfortable as you would like to be. So if you'd like a folded blanket beneath your head, I invite you to do that. Perhaps a bolster or a couple pillows beneath the bent knees. You may wish to cover yourself with a blanket. And you may wish to put an eye pillow if you have one, or a washcloth over the eyes.
Just take your time setting yourself up for your most comfortable Shavasana. And then coming to lie on your mat on your back. I invite you to bring back that sensation of light and fresh air that we filled our bodies with to begin our practice. And as we bring in that sensation of light, allow that light to extend a sensation of warmth. So starting at the crown of your head, you are filled with this very warm light, and it eases, it brings softness to your body, relaxation. And this warm light spreads from the crown of your head down through your neck and your shoulders, all the way down through your arms, which are growing heavy on the ground. This warm light is spreading all the way down your torso, through your hips, bringing ease, bringing relaxation, softening the body. The body becomes heavy on the mat as this light and warmth spread down through your legs, all the way down to your feet and the tips of your toes. You are now filled with this warm light that brings ease, that brings softness. The body is heavy on the mat. I invite you to imagine yourself going back to that favorite spot in nature, and imagine that you are safe and you are walking barefoot wherever that favorite spot in nature was. You are safe, you are relaxed. There is nothing that you need to do. You are allowing yourself to take in all the beauty that surrounds you through all of your senses. As you envision yourself in that favorite spot, walking barefoot, taking in the beauty, I invite you to allow yourself to be filled with gratitude for the beauty that surrounds you. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. It's time to gently bring movement back to the body, beginning with fingers and toes, wiggling them gently. Maybe circling hands at wrists, feet at ankles. Taking in a nice deep breath and stretching the arms overhead as if it's your first stretch of the morning. Welcoming the day. Taking in another nice deep breath, hugging the knees into the body. Gently rocking back and forth. Showering the body with love, gratitude. Very slowly and gently roll to rest on whichever side is more accessible. Allowing the head to rest on the bicep. Taking a pause. Taking in another nice deep breath, planting that hand of the top arm firmly on the ground in front of you and slowly and gently supporting yourself up to a seated position. Taking your time, moving gently. We'll bring our hands to our hearts, prayer formation. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Thank you for sharing this practice this morning. Namaste.